Mary Poppins, helpful super nanny or evil domestic demigod? Everyone knows that Mary Poppins is practically perfect in every way, but is her cheerful demeanor a mask? While we are clearly supposed to see Mary Poppins as a lovable protagonist, an alternative viewing suggests that she may be a cruel demigod who is secretly teaching humans to submit to her supernatural abilities and totalitarian authority. Throughout the movie, Mary Poppins truly shows no interest in personal growth or nonconformity. And instead, she uses her power to amass admirers who follow her blindly with absolute devotion. To some, the idea of the angelic Poppins helping people only in order to hide her real plan to enslave humanity might seem crazy, but it is any less implausible than any random nanny coming down from the sky just to help a family keep their house tidy. Let me know what you think. I always thought Mary Poppins was intriguing personally, but it kind of seems like witchery to me, but that's always been my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think. Toy Story. Are we monsters? This isn't so much a theory as it is a realization. From the perspective of toys, humans are violent oppressors who take pleasure in the mistreatment of living beings, who feel joy, sadness, relief, fear, anger, even jealousy. Most of us all love, as such, the toys as much as humans deserve to have complete control over their own lives, and yet they live in servitude to humans, gladly giving up any sense of control over their own lives in order to bring children joy. The humans may not be aware of what they are doing, but that doesn't make their actions any less horrific. The disturbing implications that came with the realization are nothing short of horrifying, and essentially reserves everything you thought you knew about films and toys. The Little Mermaid. Who killed Ariel's mother? Ever wonder why we never see Ariel's mom in The Little Mermaid? Well, here's one extremely grim explanation. In the 2008 straight-to-DVD prequel, Ariel's Beginning, we learn that Ariel's mom, Athena, was killed by pirates. Now, where in the Disney universe have we met a pirate who has an agnostic relationship with mermaids? That's right, none other than Captain Hook, Peter Pan's notorious nemesis. This theory suggests that Peter Pan and Little Mermaid exist in the same universe, and that Hook was the pirate responsible for Athena's death. There's even a mermaid in Peter Pan that looks just like it could be Ariel's mom, to add some fuel to the speculative fire. Let me know what you think. I don't have an opinion on that one. Beauty and the Beast. The sorceress is the real villain. If you ask most people to name the bad guy in Beauty and the Beast, they will almost always say Gaston. But while Gaston was unquestionably a cocky, misogynistic dick, he is not really involved in the main story enough to be the real baddie. So who is the true villain? How about the enchantress who sets the entire plot in motion in the first place? For those who don't remember, the prologue in the film explains how Beauty and the Beast came to be. 10 years earlier, an enchantress disguised as a beggar had asked for housing in exchange for a rose. When he refused, she cursed him and told him that if he didn't find true love by his 21st birthday, he would stay a beast forever. This all sounds like standard fairy tale stuff, but if you really think about it, the enchantress is being extremely petty, and her punishment absolutely doesn't fit the crime. Basically, she asks an 11-year-old boy if she can stay at his house, and when he understandably says no to the stranger, she nearly sentences him to a life of loneliness and isolation. Plus, she punishes all the servants for absolutely no reason at all, which is just a total asshole move. So, I ask you all, the fans, who do you think was the real bad guy in Beauty and the Beast? Personally, I always thought it was the Beast, but I think I've changed my opinion since then. The Emperor's New Groove. Kuzco is not alone. The plot of The Emperor's New Groove revolves around Kuzco needing to reclaim his throne and turn back into a human when Yzma, his evil advisor, secretly uses a potion to turn him into a llama. But while the movie focuses on Kuzco and his wacky misadventures, one theory from Reddit suggests that there is another human transformed who suffers a much darker fate. The secret subplot takes place when A llama-fired Cusco ends up in the jungle and witnesses a fly trapped in a spider web who begs for help before being viciously eaten by a spider. On the surface, this seems like a throwaway gag, but the fact that the fly clearly talks has made some wonder if he is a human turned into a fly, similar to Cusco. After all, Cusco interacts with several other animals over the course of the movie, and none of them have the ability to speak except Cusco and this fly. So why then was the fly eaten by a spider? It's some really poor, unfortunate soul who likely faced the wrath of Yzma and ended up getting devoured. Let me know what you all think in the comments. Do you believe that some of these characters in the movie The Emperor's New Groove were in fact humans that suffered by Yzma and were turned into animals, flies, spiders? Let me know in the comments below. I kind of share a similar theory, and I don't know, maybe that's just a wild out there theory that I have. Let me know in the comments. Let's talk Snow White's eternal sleep. Like any classic Disney movie, Snow White seems to deliver the ultimately satisfying conclusion as Prince Charming's kiss wakes her up from a slumbering sleep, and they live happily ever after. Or do they? That's always been one theory that I've had. Do they live happily ever after? One theory suggests that it's impossible the handsome prince is actually the personification of death, and that when he gives her a true love's kiss, it's really more of akin to the Dementor's kiss as the last bit of life is taken from her. This might seem like a reach, but remember, that's after Snow White wakes up from a kiss. She and the prince ride off into what is literally a castle in the clouds, which is a level of symbolism I feel almost too on the nose. What do you all think? Let me know in the comments below. Did Snow White ride off into the sunset and her and Prince Charming live happily ever after, or did they ride off on a horse into the clouds up to the heavens? And was her kiss that of one Dementor? Let's talk about WALL-E and Following the Money. With its beloved Titler character and neat environmental message, WALL-E has become one of the most beloved kids' films of its century. For those who need a refresher, WALL-E tells the story of an adorable robot, the same name, who spends his day organizing trash on the now abandoned planet Earth. Thanks to the rampant consumerism and pollution of the Earth, it is essentially uninhabitable for humans who have been taken to space to live out their lives. In front of the screens, they meet their everyday desires, and it seems like a straightforward dystopian plot. Some have questioned whether something even more sinister is happening beneath the surface. First off, the idea of Earth being covered in trash seems logical enough, but does it really make sense that as an accidental outcome, so that it begs the question, who would benefit from turning the Earth into a giant dump? The most obvious answer is, by and large, the mysterious megacorporation responsible for the space program that takes all the humans up into space, because once humans are on the by and large ships, they're basically slaves, which means that the company has essentially put itself in charge of all humanity. Let me know if you think that's too much of an out there theory, or if you agree with it. If you don't agree with it, tell me why in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. The Lion King. Can you feel the incestuous love tonight? This isn't so much a theory as it is an unfortunate realization that comes with the understanding of how lion prides work. Basically, in a standard pride, there is only one male lion who then sleeps with all the female lions. So Simba and Nala may have different moms, but they both call Mufasa dad, making them half siblings. This explains why Scar is so determined to take down Mufasa, because he is basically the loser younger brother who isn't getting any. And it means that when Simba takes his rightful place as king of Pride Rock, he isn't just shacking up with Nala, he's shacking up with all the lady lions except for his mom. Hopefully. I don't know about that, but I know that there is a lot of incestual messages hidden within that movie. So I do kind of agree with that theory, as crazy as it might sound. I do think that Lion King has a lot of inappropriate, subliminal, hidden messages in that movie. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, Subscribe and comment. Turn on your notifications bell so you don't miss a single video I upload. I upload 7 days a week, and I upload 2 to 3 videos a day. The first one being at 9:30, the second one at 12, and then the last video of the day at 6 p.m. Thanks so much for your support. I hope everyone's having a blessed day. Stay weird and keep exploring. Good vibes. Peace out.